I applied just for fun and they told me to come in for an audition. I thought it was my destiny to become an idol. At the audition, they just threw a curveball at me and said, "Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today what I'm gonna be doing is doing a get ready with me. I'm gonna be going out in a little bit, so I'll show you guys what my makeup is like when I'm going out. And while I do that, I thought, why not share some of my audition stories from a really long time ago. It's actually just 2 auditions, but I thought it'd be fun to share them. Also, I'll show you guys some of the new makeup that I got, and yeah, let's get started. So I've done all my skincare, put on sunblock, even though it's night. I still feel like I should. I'm gonna first go in with my foundation. I guess I will be sharing my first audition story. My first ever audition was back in 2009. So that was like when I was 15, half my age now, which is crazy. 2009 was the year that I actually started getting into K-pop. I was obsessed with Super Junior, Shiny, Girls' Generation, 21, like all those second generation groups. At the time, I was living in New York and SM was having a global audition in New York. This was also like a month or 2 after I had just gotten back from Korea. I was in Korea for I think a month, just traveling and seeing family and stuff, but it was at the peak of my like K-pop obsession phase. So I told my mom about the audition and I had to go because my dream back then and for a long time was to become a K-pop star. My love for K-pop coincided with the time where I just like fell in love with dancing. So I thought it was my destiny to become an idol. I was pretty confident in my dancing because I was in a dance club at school, and not to brag, I was pretty good at dancing. I still think I'm okay. I'm pretty decent at dancing, but yeah, at the dance club, a lot of people were complimenting me, saying I was such a good dancer and all that stuff. But anyways, I thought I was meant for this. I thought, okay, this audition is for me. So I applied for the audition. You had to send an email saying your name, age, height, I think also weight, and what you were gonna do. So you had to choose one. I think the choices were singing, dancing, modeling. I think those are the main 3. So I obviously chose dancing, and they told me to bring a CD.
Oh
yes, this was the time when CDs were actually being used. So some of my students don't even know what a CD is. Anyways, that just shows how old I am, but I had to bring a CD, so I burned my song into the CD, and I was ready to go. I had my choreography that I learned from my dance club, and I was gonna just do that. I was a little nervous to go on my own, so I asked my friend Jess if she wanted to go with me. And shout out to Jess for coming with me. I don't know if you really wanted to go, but thanks for being a real one and coming. My mom agreed to drive me to Flushing because the audition was happening in Flushing, and she was just gonna go to H Mart and shop while my friend and I were waiting at the audition. So on the day of the audition, we went to, I think the name of the place was like Taedong Manor or something. Yeah. Anyways, we went there, and right when you get to the audition, they give you a piece of paper and you fill out your information again. So filled out the forms, and then they gave us this sticker with a number, and you get put into groups basically, but we didn't know who was in our group until way later. And so you get your sticker and you wait in this big room. In the room they had this big screen where they played all the music videos of their artists. So we were watching the video, and back then this was before smartphones, so I was just you see the same videos over and over again, and then I'm so happy that my friend came because at least I had someone to talk to. But imagine if you were by yourself, you'd be bored as hell. And yeah, we waited for I think at least 3 hours. It was such a long wait, and there were probably hundreds of people there. So many people. They took about like 7-8 people at a time, and we couldn't even eat, couldn't really go out. We just stayed there because we didn't really have anything to do. So after our wait, we finally got called up, and I think I was like 3rd in the order that they called us in. So I remember this girl, the girl who went first, sang, and she was pretty good. So the judge, one of the people that was watching, she asked her to like kind of turn around, show other angles of her face. She asked the girl to sing a song in a higher pitch, but then the girl who was singing said her throat was hurting, so she couldn't do it. And yeah, I feel like if she had kept going, if she actually just tried, she might have made it further. But yeah, then it came to my turn, and oh my gosh, so remember when I said I had to bring a CD for the music to dance to? Well, at the audition, they threw a curveball at me and said I have to freestyle, and they're just gonna play whatever song that they have. So I had never done freestyling before. At that time, I had only done choreo. I had to know what I was dancing to. And yeah, so I was like, shit, I am gonna fail. I cannot freestyle. Like, I've never done it before. So they started playing the song. It was Low by, I think it's T-Pain. That song gives me trauma now. Like, whenever I hear it, I can't think about it. Like, it like gives me the chills, because I just completely froze when that song came up. And I had to do something, so I just started dancing, but it was all like just random moves. In Korean, you call it bakchum. Okay, I was just dancing random things. I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah, so I did my bakchum, and then after that I was like, oh shit, well, I didn't make it. I don't think anyone else danced. I think I was the only one who danced in my group. Yeah, now that I look back at it, I still hate them for making me do freestyling instead of my actual choreo. But I mean, I should have also kind of thought about what to do if they had me freestyle. So it was my fault for not being totally ready, but I didn't know that they would throw that curveball at me. I thought they would let me do my routine. So yeah, after that, after we finished, my mom picked us up, we went home. I knew I didn't make it, but then I would still check my emails like every once in a while to see what if they somehow saw something in my random dance and emailed me. So I think I checked that for a couple months, and then I realized, okay, well, no, it's not gonna happen. So yeah, that was my first ever audition experience. And then my second audition was way after. This was actually, oh my gosh, no one knows about this. Like, this audition story, no one knows. My SM one, I told my closest friends, and some people know about it, but this one, no one knows. So you guys are the first ones hearing it. But I went to the JYP audition in 2016, which is 7 years after my SM audition. So I was already pretty old, to be honest. I knew that like it was basically impossible for me to get in, but I just wanted to try it because my age was like the upper limit that they had. So I was definitely one of the oldest people at the audition. I just thought of it as, let's just do it one last time, because I was 22 and I was just home working, but that was my day off, thankfully. So I went to the audition. It was in Flushing again, at a different place, but it took like an hour and a half and 3 buses for me to get from Westchester to Flushing, because I didn't have a car. My mom was at work, my dad was also not home, so like I didn't have a car to use. I just had to use buses, so it was a long journey, but I finally made it there. Thankfully this time, since it's 2016, they let us use any music from our phones. They would just connect our phone to the speaker and then play the song and we could dance. So yeah, I was gonna dance again this time, and oh my gosh, this is way too dark. Anyways, I also had to wait for at least like 2 hours, I feel like. And at least for the JYP one, I got to show them what I prepared. So I danced to Bitch Better Have My Money by Rihanna. My dance team did a choreo to that before, so I just showed them that, and like there were a few nice people who clapped for me, so thank you to the people who did. That made me feel at least a little bit relieved that I didn't screw it up like my SM audition. Yeah, that was basically it for my JYP audition, and obviously I didn't get a call, but it was still a good experience to kind of just have. At least I tried one last time before I hung my shoes. So I don't know if anyone got picked from either of those auditions, the SM in 2009 or JYP in 2016, but yeah, it's so hard to do well at your auditions. If anyone watching this has dreams of becoming a K-pop idol, you really have to prepare for your auditions. If you are going on auditions, like, best of luck to you. I hope you get to achieve your dreams. And yeah, even if you don't make it, at least you tried. I wish I went on more auditions in my high school years because I definitely could have. Like Cube did global auditions. I think JYP also had yearly auditions. Also back then I wish that I lived in Korea so I could go to more of these auditions, but I guess in New York you still got like 1 or 2 a year, and that wasn't too bad compared to other cities. I just wish I went on more when I was in high school, so that's my only regret. But yeah, I guess it wasn't for me, which is fine. I don't think I actually could have become an idol because their schedules are just crazy, especially 3rd gen, well 2.5 gen, because that's kind of the age range that I am at. So if I were ever to debut back then, it would have been like around what, 2011, 12 to like maybe 2014, 15. So I feel like back then it was much harder to become an idol, or it was just a lot tougher with the training and things like that. So I don't think I would have actually made it through, but I wish I tried a little harder instead of giving up after my like SM audition and then doing it way later when I basically had no chance of getting in. Oh, by the way, this is a new palette that I got from Dayzik, and I've been loving these colors. I needed something a little brighter and lighter for the summer, so I've been using these pink colors a lot, and especially these two for my Aegyo side. So yeah, that was it for my audition stories. I know it wasn't as dramatic or funny as some other ones maybe, but I don't think auditions are that dramatic anyways. It's just a lot of waiting. So if you're gonna go to an audition, make sure you have like snacks prepared or something to do. At least now you have your phone to spend time on. I always put sparkly shadow right here. Okay. Oh, actually the JYP audition, even though that was my last audition, I did apply to a couple more things after. I think 1 year it was IU's company. They were having auditions in Korea when I first moved back. I applied just for fun and they told me to come in for an audition, but then I couldn't make it on that day. So yeah, I was kind of bummed out about that, but that was one of the auditions that I could have gone to, and I think that was my last. Just gonna use some shadow to contour here. Oof, that was a lot. I have this new eyeliner from Dayzik. I just bought a bunch of stuff from Dayzik because they were having a clearance sale, and I really like this liner, so I'm gonna use this. Okay, I did my eyeliner. I think it looks okay. My lash extensions that I got in June are still holding on, so I'm just not gonna put on any mascara because I hate putting on mascara. And one of the last things I'll do is my brows. I'm just gonna use this brow tint because my hair is brown and my brows are super dark. I also highly recommend getting your brows microbladed because it makes your life so much easier, especially if you're not very confident in doing your brows like I was. My brows were so hard to shape, but now that I have them tattooed, it's a little easier to manage, and all I need to do is put the brow tint on, then that's it. And then the next thing I have is my butter tint from Dayzik. I like putting this as a base. It's super smooth and feels very buttery, like its name. This is the Mood Glow lipstick in Mellow Coral, and it's from Dayzik as well. I feel like coral is my color because I think this one looked a little better than my other lipstick. I finished my makeup and now I'm just gonna do my hair, and then I need to also figure out an outfit because I have no idea what I'm gonna wear yet, but I'll show you guys how my hair looks after and show you what I decide on. Okay, I'm finally done getting ready. This is my outfit, just a plain tank and shorts, and then I have my bag and I did my hair. Just got off the bus. I'm heading over to meet my friend. This lighting is nice.